You know, Anon, I don't know if you're actually there if you just leave the window open, but hi. I guess it's about as good a time as any.
All targets down.
Try and pick up where we left off. See if we can actually make headway. Without dying this time. We're going right into the lava. So I'm great at this. Swoosh, swoosh. Anyone else notice that there's a little power symbol right there in the reticule? I wonder if there's anything good over there.
Only a fool punches a Nathak in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
You know, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what you just said, but I agree with you. Oh. Nailed it. Alright, so we just leveled up. Oh. I'll just go ahead and do charm. Get all them lore options. So everyone knows that's what I love.
Area secured.
Alright. Been here, done this.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Open the doorways. Right, I can't jump. wonder if I could pick those up. Maybe throw them? It's an idea. Is there anything up here? No. Hey, welcome home, 2K. Wow, it's late. Why are you home so late? Were you out partying? 2K, you know you have a curfew. Went to the Woodbury Common to see about replacing your sunglasses, and it turns out stores don't open till 10. And the events happen, and now you're home. What events? Oh, then events happen. Gotcha. I thought it was like a festival or something going on. I just cannot read, apparently. Now you're heim. Welcome heim. I'm sure that's offensive to someone. Long story short, you still have no sunglasses. What was even the point of going? That's what you're... So you just happened to go out, presumably by yourself, to replace your sunglasses, only to return without actual sunglasses. Doesn't sound worth it, man. Could have been home, napping, eating food. They didn't have any I liked in the store. I intended to get them at, so I went to another nearby sunglass place. Didn't like any there. Looked around for some more sunglasses, no dice. You should just look at, like, Warby Parker or Zenny or something like that and get some really cheap sunglasses online. Granted, I guess they probably wouldn't be really cheap. It might be like $40, but probably get something polarized, which polarized is good. Good sunglasses right there. Oakleys are nice. Very expensive, but nice. Come on. Oh, right, it's Q. Well, that's why I said look online. They've got huge amounts of stock, and you'll probably find something you like.
I've lost shields.
Move, attack, hold position, rally. All right, I got abilities. He does look constipated. That's Dirty Shep for you. Tally? I have not played enough to know how awesome Tally might be. What makes her your favorite companion?
Shield down.
Is anyone actually trained in... No? What are my abilities again? Yikes. No, I have not gone anywhere. I can't tell if anyone's actually up there. What is it, F? Yeah.
Negative contacts, Commander.
It wouldn't have been Mass Effect 1 without AI shooting walls. She's got a bubbly personality? Well then, she might be a permanent fixture to my team. Could always use some positivity. What's the quick save button? F6?
All targets down.
Awesome. Quick save failed. Perfect. There we go. Oh, that's a rock I was just shooting at. Cool. I feel like I need to get trained in a sniper. That or just make my pistol more accurate. That's a thing. No one's gonna shoot at it? No one's gonna shoot at that? Just... Alright. I believe I'm Vanguard. Wow. I just got taken out. Awesome. Quick save worked. I'm gonna go with a grenade next time, yeah? Yeah. Or have Garrus in my squad. Do I have Garrus yet? I don't recall. I did just get wrecked. I don't even know what hit me. I'm just done. Can I skip it? No? I gotta watch it? Gotta love those cutscenes you can't skip.
I've lost shields!
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get back here again real quick. I don't know if the cheese is even working. Ugh. Ow. Yeah. Focus on upgrading my skills with pistol. Alright, I will do that once I level up. Have I leveled up? I did level up again. Alright. So, pistol by 1% each. Yeah, we'll go with this one. So what you're saying is that I can't just Dragon Age Origins this and play with the same squad like all the time. I actually have to be tactical and swap them out. I think my squad is set to auto level.
Hostile spotted. Clear. It looks like this cavern formed around the ruin, after it was built.
Gotcha. Picking up what you're putting down. Well, I'll definitely mix it up. I don't remember why I chose these guys. But, you know.
Heads up!
Heads up or heads down? Heads down.
I've lost shields!
Sterile white. Protheans sure build things homey.
Yeah, I figured they'd probably all have different reactions and interactions with each other. This is a BioWare game. Exactly. See? Is that Agent Thunderstorm? Is that what your name is supposed to read?
Hello? Could somebody help me?
No.
Please? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Quit shouting. This place is crawling with Geth.
Sorry, I am a little... Look, my name is Dr. Liara Tassoni. I am an archaeologist. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth, beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
You forgot how sexy I was? How could you forget how sexy Dirty Shep is? He's the dirtiest of them.
I've lost shields!
that's how that works. That's pretty awesome. I gotta remember that. Abilities, all the abilities. Oh, he's using the same exact one. Alright. Ooh. Pretty. I can't wear any armor right now, I don't think. Good, I did use them. Indeed. Just gonna do that. How do I get out of here? Where am I going again? I'm going around. No. I don't know, that sure seemed like the way to go. Am I just blind? Did I miss it again? How do I put my gun away? Is it Q? It was Q. There we go. You don't like that it changes it so much? I don't know, I think that's pretty cool that you get some versatility. Alright, am I really just that blind? Tally only uses shotguns and pistols, so I wouldn't bother giving her an... Ah, okay. Great, so I grabbed an entire team that only uses shotguns and pistols. Or I guess assault rifles and shotguns. Oh, am I just supposed to do this thing here? Override sequence. Oh, really? Is it 3 ups? There we go.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
Why don't you look at me when I'm talking to you? Come on.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
No, not that button. The other button. To my right. Not your right. Stage right.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Seren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
You're welcome.
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
As much as you say switch up your squad, these are the two you stick with. Nice. I'll probably keep Tally, just because she's fun. The character. Or Garrus. I don't know. I like them both. I hate it when they make you choose. I don't want to choose. I want all of them. Let me build an army.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
There a reason you're in my way?
The same reason you're here. The Asari.
Rex, I'm sorry.
Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants.
Not today.
Kill them. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
I've lost shields! I've lost shields!
I'm good at this game, guys.
I still cannot believe all this.
Seren's looking for
The conduit.
What the hell?
We have to hurry. The whole place is...
Tally and Caden are your favorites? Caden's the guy that you started with, right?
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
There a
The
reason
same
you're in my
reason
way?
you're- Thanks for getting
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting...
I've lost shields!
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been... Isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves.
I'm going
because
to
of my
screenshot
youth,
that
other
and send it
Asari
to Amanda.
scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually,
squid.
subtle patterns start to emerge. Patterns that hint at the truth.
Squid goals.
It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right.
If anything, I'm
The
quick to a
galaxy
pun,
is built
man.
on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises
rather
up,
punctual
it is
to it.
suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated
Just
my
call it
life to
punishment,
figuring out
Creed.
why.
Shut up and I'll tell you. I can help.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers?
I thought it was the
But
Reavers.
I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Oh, come on.
Of course, you are right.
Let her
I
stroke
am
my
sorry,
ego.
my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be
I know,
useful
right?
later on.
Calm down, Ashley.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
I would just like to make a quick statement about how difficult it must be to be a medical professional when there are alien races involved. Just putting that out there.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
You are free to act as you see fit,
I didn't want that to be as
Our
mean
role
as
is
it
to
was.
offer guidance and advice.
It's up to you if you're smart enough to listen.
Sorry, Counselor.
At least the mission was a success.
Didn't want it to be
Apart
that
from the
mean.
utter destruction
It's
of a
like, I
major
know what I'm
Prothean
doing.
ruin.
It's okay.
Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Just disconnect. Yeah, like I wasn't expecting you to just be like, why don't you shut up and don't tell me how to do my job? I was expecting you to be like, I know what I'm doing, you know, she's good, she's okay. We're golden here. But no. Don't forget to talk to all of your crew, like including these guys. Chakwa's anagram for hacksaw. Because he is a very astute observer and takes note of the oddities. Why is that a thing you've thought about? Why isn't it a thing you've thought about? Squad, not crew. You said crew. Oh yeah, examining things. Hacksaw is a military term for a doctor who's not particularly great at their job. Comforting to know. Should talk to Joker all the time. Alright, I'll go up to Joker after I see everyone else.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Nah, you're true.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Setting down the law.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come on.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard.
Ooh.
As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Dang. That's harsh. Yeah, he is pretty robotic. There's Tally. Hello.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core
you
like
can
this
kind of
before.
see her eyes.
I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment.
Probably
we just
tonight.
try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Look, I just want to help Rex out, okay?
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point.
What?
Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government?
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Dang.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Oh. Quarians created them? Dang.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So you basically created a supercomputer.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Yeah, I'm liking her too. This is
interesting.
interesting.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice.
I wish...
The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
Answers had a little bit more of an inclination as to what he would actually say.
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
Because I wanted to create more of a statement of like, okay, well they defended themselves, what next? Not like, oh, they had a right.
To maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that.
We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
I want to talk about something else. I need to go. I'm out of here. You're boring. Good job, Shep. Good job. Ooh.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Not right now, thanks.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Keep checking back.
Talk to
Looking
him.
for supplies?
Yeah.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mod. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
All right. He's got stuff. less accurate, more damage. More damage, more accurate. More shots, too. Do I want the more damage and less accuracy? I kind of need the accuracy. I'll probably go with that one then. Alright, what can I sell? Should I sell things or should I just break them down? Let's go ahead and look at my equipment then. Wait, grenade launcher? I don't have a grenade launcher. I feel lied to. Hey, welcome to the Squires, Agent Thunder. Agent Thunderstorm, I'm sorry. Glad to have you. That would probably be nice. That, and then we'll go ahead and let's upgrade that. There we go. Increasing that pistol strength.
Oh, I've got like this tight spot just in between my shoulder blades at like base of my neck. Almost.
Hurts. Alright, we'll go talk with Joker.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful.
It just notified me that
the Normandy's probably too much ship for
channel.
your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
So I was saying, hey, welcome.
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot
Yeah, no,
shorter
you're
than
good.
saying Alliance
Just
Flight
happy to have you here.
Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Interesting. He is an interesting character. Give you that much. Too bad Creed missed it. Oh. So that goes downstairs. Where does this go? Alright. Goes to that, like, communications bay area thing. Bong dong. So how are you doing today, Agent Thunder? Having a good day? I hope. Oh, there's Caden.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Settling back home from college? Well, welcome home. Enjoy your summer. What's left of it, anyway. I don't know if you have a long one. Classes for me actually start up on Monday, so that'll be exciting.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
3
My
months.
mother was
That is
downwind
a
of
solid
transport
time.
crash.
What do you plan
It
to do
was
with
before
your
there were
summer?
Human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Alright. There's
Yes,
Dr.
Commander?
Hacksaw.
Is there something you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
Internship, huh? What do you plan on interning with?
What does that
Or
have to
for?
do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Something in the mass communications field that would apply to the gaming industry. Mass communications. What exactly is mass communications? What would you be looking to do, per se?
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers. But I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha. You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Public relations or multimedia design advertising.
I'd like to know more about the Asari. I
feel like those are two
We were the first species to discover the Citadel.
Well,
we were instrumental in forming the Council.
Are you
and
majoring
we always strive
in anything
to
like
be
that
the
at college
voice
right now, or
peaceful
just kind of
cooperation in galactic
going
disputes.
for your general studies?
My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.